Welcome to TOOC Anime. I'm Quan,
Yeah, Rain here.
and as you can see, we got something special for y'all today. Can the Joker break Naruto? Now, first things first, before I have anybody trolling me, no, we're not talking physical. We already know Naruto will whoop Joker's ass. Talking about mental. And before we even get started, I wanted to go over some hardships of the Hokage. And Rain, get it rocking.
So we got Naruto here. We already know his story, but we just gonna quickly summarize it for you guys. So he grew up without a mom and a dad. We know how tough that was for him. Was hated by pretty much the whole village. Everybody hated him just because he was a Jinchuriki, and they were pretty much afraid of him. And of course, he eventually grew up, and then he lost one of his mentors, Jiraiya Sensei. As you can know, as a Naruto fan, that hurt all of us. Hurt me a lot too. And then, of course, he's been through the fourth grade ninja war, which is a pretty. So as you can see, he's got a pretty thick resume here. He's been through a lot in his life.
Yes, sir. I'm glad you actually brought it up because we already know Naruto is a very mentally strong person. However, when it comes to the Clown Prince of Crime, he's been known to break people. Now let's take a look. He's tortured and manipulated Jason Todd to the point where it broke him and he died. He screwed with one of the greatest detectives of all time, Batman's mind, for decades, because even if they do catch this man, he's still gonna get out and do all the same shit again. He's poisoned the whole city of Gotham several times, but the biggest feat that he's ever done, he tricked Superman into destroying Metropolis and killing the love of his life, Lois Lane, which provoked Superman to kill him. And now I'm gonna keep it real. Naruto is very, very tough. That's my guy. But Joker is not no hoe. Like, this man will put you to the limit. But let's take a look at the first scenario, shall we? The festival kidnapping. So for this one, we're gonna have Joker come into the village of the Hidden Leaf, and the Uzumaki family minus Naruto, because obviously when is that man ever there? He's always working. It's in the festival. So Himawari comes across Joker and he gives her like a stuffed bear. And she thinks it's cute. She pulls the string and all of a sudden Joker gas just releases everywhere and knocking everyone within that diameter out. So Hinata and Boruto wake up and they realize Himawari is gone. So they tell Naruto, and Naruto's panicking. So he gets mail and it's Joker taunting him with pictures of and videos of his daughter crying from an undisclosed location. Now, Shishui, break this down. How do you think he would fare in this scenario?
Honestly, I think Naruto will be able to handle it relatively calmly. Of course, he'll feel some, emotion towards it because he has his daughter. Like who wouldn't as a father? But I feel like Naruto's been in like similar situations before, to where he's been like under high stress, especially like when it comes to people that are like weaker than him that he has to defend there in a tougher situation. Like throughout the whole fourth grade ninja war, he showed his composure and his ability to remain, just calm and handle stuff, how he should be handling it. He pretty much protected everybody with Kuruma's chakra while simultaneously fighting villains that, seem to be leagues above him. And, he's just very determined. I feel like with the attitude that he has, he'll be able to handle it and not let his emotion for his daughter like overcome him and make him make stupid mistakes. So I think he'll be able to find her and deal with it in this scenario.
I definitely agree, because even with the aspect of Naruto's abilities, him being able to sense her chakra, because even if Joker tried to do some like goofy troll stuff like send Naruto a fake finger in the mail or something like that and act like it's hers, I'm pretty sure he would be able to sense that it's not hers, obviously. So first scenario, that's a dub. On to scenario number 2.
All right, Naruto and Boruto are Ichiroku ramen, and the chef brings Naruto's food. He's eating and starts to feel off. Joker reveals himself, sprays Naruto with Joker gas, and says he put Scarecrow's fear toxin in the ramen. Then out of nowhere, what appears to be Momoshiki appears beside him where Boruto once sat. He instinctively attacks and retreats. The toxin wears off, and Naruto sees Ramen Guy dead behind the counter.
Now, for this one is actually pretty interesting because we've seen Joker do some troll stuff like this before, especially to almost all the heroes of Gotham. Now, where I think a lot, obviously, because Naruto had known Ramagai since he was a kid, he's gonna feel some kind of mental anguish due to seeing a guy he's known for that long dead and even attacking his son out of reaction because his perception was altered. However, I don't necessarily think it's gonna break him because I think he might just beat the crap out of him. But for some reason, Naruto still has this compassion to where he's like, this guy did some horrible things. However, but what was the ultimate cause of it? Because even when Pain had destroyed his village, he still didn't kill him. So, me personally, I don't think this will cause Naruto to mentally break. Well, what about you, Rain?
Yeah, again, I think Naruto will be fine after something like this. Um, I mean, my man's died before, like theoretically, of
Right.
course, because Pain destroyed the whole village. Technically, everybody Naruto loved died in that situation, and still had compassion for Nagato, and still talked to him, and still wanted to. He saw the good in him. So, of course, he still didn't like. He wasn't being like maniacal. He's like, yeah, I know if I talk to him the right way, I can just get him to bring everybody back to life. Like, no, he was genuinely trying to sway Nagato because he saw the goodness in his heart, and also, yeah, he killed Jiraiya. He also was able to fight Pain in general pretty composed until Hinata got pretty much smited right in front of him. But he was pretty composed even after they killed Jiraiya. Of course, it wasn't right in front of him, but he did pretty well. He was in a really desperate situation, and Hinata getting smited down was pretty much the last straw. Sure, he ended up letting his anger loose and letting Kurama free was pretty much what saved him. I mean, if that never happened, he probably would have lost. It was looking pretty bleak at that point. So technically, yeah, it did have a positive outcome. But you could tell towards the end of it and what happened after that, he still was pretty composed and didn't let that break him. Honestly, in this situation, I don't think the ramen guy being dead would be too much for him. I'm pretty sure he'd just be able to, pay his respects and try to capture my man Joker or find the culprit at least.
Yeah, that's a fact. And so the second one is a dub, and now we're on to the final scenario. So Joker teams up with the Kara organization. So after the Leaf recover from a poisoning of the village, Naruto goes out looking for them, and he runs into a trap and gets jumped by Kara and knocked out. So after he wakes up, he's in a room with Joker, and Joker reveals to him that there's multiple explosives planted over the land of fire, and he's gonna blow him up if he doesn't get what he wants. So Naruto tries to talk to him, talk no jutsu, alive again, but obviously it goes nowhere. And Naruto reacts when Joker pulls out the detonator and threatens to blow it up if he doesn't stop wasting his time. Now, Rain, what you think?
So honestly, so he's in league with Kara basically, right?
He is.
Joker. Okay. So in that situation, honestly, I don't think Naruto will be taking it as a bluff. He would probably think he's dead serious. And Naruto's always his first. He's very selfless. Probably one of the most selfless anime characters ever. If anything, his best interest is always going to be in the village. He doesn't. He's probably not going to be worrying about like pretty much getting killed by a car or anything. He's probably going to be trying to figure out a way to save the village. Now, Kara is the I don't know if they have like multiple detonators. Probably Naruto would have to just be thumbing through like a whole bunch of stuff going through his mind.
Oh yeah.
I think he would still try to talk to Joker, but I mean at that point, I think he'd be able to do it calmly. I don't think he would just do anything just and just go out of control. Just do something stupid is what I'm trying to say. I think he would. He knows that he could probably take the detonator from Joker fast enough before he could pull it, but it's just a question about like Kara. You know, he's working with them. Do they have multiple detonators or like what? You know, because he has no leverage here. It's just the unknown. You know, everything is unknown. So many hidden variables. So I feel like he still would try to help talk to Joker, and try to do something. But obviously, even if he were to leave the room, he wouldn't be able to get back to the village quick enough and find all the explosives and protect everybody and like get everybody. And even if he got everybody out of the village, like it's, you know, I mean, he's not going to be able to do that. I mean, so he knows the only thing he can do to save everybody is what he can do in that room. So he'd probably end up taking the detonator from Joker and probably taking the chances with that. If Joker just doesn't listen to him, of course, which he probably won't. And then he would just have to hope nobody else, none of the other car members have a detonator or something. But it's pretty much his only option in that situation. If you go through everything he could possibly do. I mean, he actually, yeah, he'd also probably even try to ask them what do they want. Like, because, you know, obviously they probably want something. You know, they're probably not just going to, they would probably just try to kill him if they wanted to kill him. But obviously they keep him alive to do something. So he would probably hear out their demands and then weigh out everything from there.
To answer the final question, can the Joker break Naruto?
So I think it would be possible, like to necessarily like break him to the point to where he would just be like on Jason Todd's type level. No, I think he could manipulate Naruto. Is possible because Naruto is very caring. Whereas when it comes to somebody like, I don't really want to say Sasuke because he's a little different now. He cares a lot about people. Let's say like younger Sasuke. If you threaten him with killing the village, I mean, he's really going to be trying to get out of there. He don't really care if you destroy the village or not. That's not really leverage for him. Even if he did want to destroy the village himself, it's whatever, you know. But like where Naruto, he and Goku and like, you know, people like that, main characters like that, they care so much about people that they love. I feel like he could manipulate him, but we've seen just like the whole village die before. We've seen him. Pain's done it. And it didn't break Naruto. So I don't feel like even if of course he didn't want it to happen, but even if that were to happen, I think Naruto mentally would be sane enough to fight at 100% and to, you know, try to do whatever he can to at least win the fight that's ahead of him because he can't really reverse the past at that point. I feel like during the Pain fight, he did a really good job of realizing, okay, everybody is gone. I got to do what I got to do right here. He didn't just like leave and say, okay, it's pointless or just give up. He fought still, even though the village was pretty much destroyed. It was gone. He did what he had to do. And that's one thing I could always count on for Naruto, Goku, main characters like that. Even though they do really care about their loved ones and it can make them angry, they do have emotions other than just like love. But I feel like they have a really good job, a sense to where they know when they need to do something. So like I feel like Naruto would just like, okay, he would be okay mentally at least. Even if he does kill everybody, he would be pretty hurt, but I feel like he would be okay.
Sorry, Clown Prince of Crime, but you can't break the seventh. But you can't break the seventh, my mans. But before we go, I have a bonus question, and this is gonna be for the opposite. Could Naruto use Talk No Jutsu to convince Joker to change his ways? Hell no, because even if they try to get to his whole, oh, what about your family? What makes you act the way you do? Joker doesn't even know why he acts the way he does. Honestly, even in the Killing Joke, this man has said, if I have a story, I prefer it to be multiple choice. So one minute this man is telling you, oh, my father was abusive and that's what turned me this way. Then he's saying, oh, it's because my wife left me.
I don't think Naruto will be able to talk a Joker into being a good guy. I mean, it hasn't worked on everybody that Naruto was even faced. I mean, he didn't even bother trying to talk to Madara. Like this guy's about hands. He's not trying to hear none of that talking. So he realizes that it won't work on everybody, and he knows sometimes he's got to throw blows and put some force into it. And eventually, at some point, he's gonna realize this is helpless. And honestly, I think Joker's honestly broken to the point to where himself to where he can't be, he won't be fixed.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there you have it. But what y'all think? Comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And always remember, peace and love.